Right, guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about grappling, Grapplefest 12. So, going to be this Saturday, the 21st of May. Going to be at the usual place, Fusion Nightclub, Fleet Street in Liverpool. Now, anybody that's ever been at the Fusion Nightclub for a Grapplefest event will be able to tell you how unbelievable the atmosphere is. Now, I mean, it's crazy. The noise is loud. Everybody knows what they're watching as well. Obviously, the fighters come down them stairs to their own music, step onto the mats, and they're already pumped, full of adrenaline, and the crowd's getting them going and stuff like that. So it's always an unbelievable event whenever Grapplefest is at Fusion Nightclub. So now, anybody looking for tickets, obviously double check with your chosen fighter first of all. They may have some tickets available. I believe it's sold out, but if it's not, double check on the Grapplefest Facebook page. It'll take you through their booking system. Anybody that can't make the event on the night, then do head over to Fight TV. It's going to be live on Fight TV. So different payment options. You've got a monthly, an annual, or a pay-per-view option. Now, the most cost-efficient for anybody want to tune in is probably the annual subscription. I think it's about $49.99. It's about £38. And the chances are you're going to get 3 or 4 Grapplefest events. So pay-per-view is normally about $15. So you'll obviously save yourself money if you do go for that annual subscription. So now my next guest is going to be on the show that night. So Callum Ellenor, so Cal Pacino of Northeast Jiu Jitsu. So going to be up against Francesco Bartolotta, so Bartley Grappler. Again, 2 unbelievable grapplers. Both went through the Contender Series at ASW, and obviously fought for the spot to be on Grapplefest. So both of them could have been on Grapplefest without having to do that. But listen, they went out and they put themselves out there to get on the show. So Cal, listen, absolute pleasure to talk to you, buddy.
It's great to be on, mate. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, no, listen, I always love watching you. I think I said this to you before we came on. I used to love watching you throughout, obviously, your MMA career. And I loved, obviously, the fact that you were always looking to submit everybody. And that was the thing. I mean, your submission percentage was unbelievable. And again, this has come over, obviously, when you're now obviously fully concentrating on jiu-jitsu, you're out there wanting to submit everybody that you come across as well. So that's why you're definitely a fan favourite.
Cheers, mate. I appreciate it. I try my best. I feel like that's why people sometimes kind of watch the matches I'm in. You know, I feel like I've got an all right style to watch. I feel like I push a decent pace. So hopefully put some of that on show this weekend. I know I've got a tricky puzzle in front of us. Bart's good. I rate his skills definitely. And it's going to be a fun one. Obviously, Bart's one of Jed Hughes' guys. I'm one of Ellis's guys, and they've competed a bit, and so that narrative's there, and it's fun, you know. And Bart's a nice guy. He's actually friends with a lot of the lads who I know, and they've all see sound, you know. So I rate his skills. I'm really looking forward to getting in there and seeing what I can do with what he's got. You know, his style's a tricky one to compete against. So hopefully I can get in there and solve the puzzle and do what I do, and hopefully put the squeeze on.
Yeah. And then what about you then? So obviously training wise, so I mean obviously you're training all the time. Obviously we know that you're in the gym. If you're not in the gym, you're obviously coaching and things like that as well. So how do you manage to? Because I see you on Facebook, obviously, because obviously I follow you, so I see you obviously you're in training. Obviously you got the family as well. You do family stuff, and you always seem to be busy. You're always doing something. So how do you manage to fit everything in all in the one day? So
smoke copious amounts of bud, knuckle down and train hard, and then obviously try and do everything I can together. You know, it's hard. I've got 3 kids, so I wouldn't be able to do a lot of it if it wasn't for Hannah. She helps us loads. But as I say, I just trying to my ends meet and trying to do what I love is this. I've got a lot of I don't know, information I've learned over the years. You know, I've trained different gyms, fight experience and competing and stuff. And I feel like I just want to give it back a bit, you know. And I feel like coaching I feel like I've got a decent eye for technique and breaking things down. I feel like I understand things all right. So that's why I love that. And I feel like my level is just getting better and better and better the more I'm coaching, because I have to understand more about what I'm doing. I have to practice it real time myself, put myself in them positions to learn from things working or not working. So it's active recovery while I'm coaching as well. I'm still learning, so I'm loving it. I'm loving this part of my journey, what I'm on. I'm training full time at North East Jiu Jitsu, and I'm coaching as well. And I love it. I love it. It's really good, and I feel like it's shown in me results. You know what I mean? I've been doing decent. I've been submitting some good guys. I feel like I'm doing all right. You know what I mean? I feel like I've done good so far. I mean, obviously, Tomo says I was on their radar that we're going to get a match anyway before I won that. So that was fun. You know what I mean? So to see like people like that and noticing us, it just instills more faith in what I'm doing and shows us that I'm on the right path. You know what I mean? Keeps me head right and keeps us out of trouble as well.
And then obviously Grapplefest. So obviously you went through the ASW, the Contender Series. As I said, you would have been on Grapplefest at some point without having to do that. So, but obviously you put yourself in it. Bart said the same thing as well. He was probably in a similar position to you, where he would have probably got on Grapplefest at some point as well. But he felt, you know what, I'm just going to put myself out there and actually fight for my place to be on Grapplefest.
That's what I mean. That's what you can see, that's what he's about, and that's what I respect about him. It's the same as me. Like, I don't really care if on paper I shouldn't really be beating someone. I don't give a shit about that. I don't even really care. I mean, I want to win. Obviously, I always want to win, but it's like I just want to get in there and compete. Like, even in the MMA fights, that's what I loved about it. It wasn't the fact of actually having a fight. Like, anyone can have a fight. It was the buzz of having people watching us, and I feel like, I don't know, when I'm happy, like that's when I'm flowing and I'm trying shit, you know. And I feel like even if I try something or I end up in a bad spot or it doesn't pay off, it's like I'm learning on the job, you know what I mean? That's fun, and that's what people enjoy to see. So I will take risks, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I just love it, and that's what I think he's about as well. I think he just wants to compete. Like, the way I saw that Grapplefest Contenders was I just thought, well, it's more matches, like it's more experience, and I'm going to get better regardless what the results go. You know, I knew there was some good guys in it. You know what I mean? Luke was in it. I competed against Luke. I think I really rate Luke. I think he's a great guy. Bart was in it. You know, Curtis Taylor, some really good guys. You know what I mean? So it was fun to get through that and then come into the final to be on Grapplefest. So I feel like I'm happy that I did it, and I'm happy I earned it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you talk about taking risks. Let's talk about AJP Gran Canaria. So when we talk about risks, now, obviously Carl's what, when you mentioned me, well, I was 77 on SGI. I think you went in there about 79 and went in the ultra heavyweight division and come away with a gold medal.
Well, it was stupid, really. So I was going to enter. It was Ellis had asked us. I was meant to have a match, and we ended up getting to opportunity to go to AJP, and it was Gran Canaria. And I never pull out anything, you know. Even if I'm injured, I'm still going to. It was an opportunity, and we couldn't miss out. So I did it, and I went to AJP, and I was meant to go in the 77 bracket, and the way our flights work was weird because it's only 2 kilo. You know what I mean? I'm used to fighting at 61 kilos in MMA, and I walk about 85. It's not like I'm not accustomed to losing weight. You know what I mean? I'm good at it. You know what I mean? I've killed myself a million times. 2 kilos a walk in the park for me. I've done that for Jiu Jitsu. I've done 4 kilos and competed Jiu Jitsu same day. You know what I mean? It's not 2 kilos and nothing, but it was the way it worked out with the flights and stuff like that. It meant we were getting in late. So it was like, by the time we're there, we were straight in the taxi, straight there. So I was like, fuck it. And then I was like, I'll just move up and whatever. Because normally if there's the next bracket, the AJP would just put you in the next one. But with a purple belt, the next available bracket was 120 kilos. But it was different. So there were monsters. And so I had a little, obviously I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to do it anyway. And I was like, the night before, I remember thinking like I hope somebody doesn't ram something on. It's like an armbar just absolutely snaps me shit off. But I went in and I did all right. You know, I submitted the first guy, and then the guy I got in the final. I nearly submitted him a couple of times, but I just beat him decision. But it was so much fun, man. You know what I mean? I didn't expect it. I thought they were going to try and squish us, but they both pulled guard on us, so I was happy about that. You know what I mean? I got to put some pressure on them, and I think I cooked them pretty well. And ended up winning it. You know what I mean? It was sick. I loved it. I was buzzing. Another thing there, like as you said, they taking a risk. It was just fun. I believe in myself. I always believe in myself. You know, like one of our guys, a man, he's really good at, like, he's tiny and he's really good at dismantling big guys. So in my head, I was like, well, right, if I end up on my back, what would a man do? How would a man fight these guys? You know, and so a little shout out to me mate, a man, he's a beast. So that's what I took the mindset. I thought, well, how would a man get on? What would he do? Right, I'm going to get in there, and if I'm on my back, I'm going to man the big guys. And I went in and I did 80. I felt like my pressure was good. I felt like my control was good and got the job done. So I was sick.
A man's one person. I've been trying to interview a man a few times now, but he's not on social media.
He's a ghost.
He's a complete ghost. Yeah.
Fuck shit up and bounces, mate. He's the boy.
Yeah. Because obviously he was at SGI. He did the Team Nations. So he was in obviously Owen Livesey's team, and then obviously the night I think you were on the night as well. Obviously you got the victory against Dylan Nooney, and then he was on Grapplefest. And I spoke to him, and I remember speaking to him after the Nations event, and I said, right, you're going to be on Grapplefest. We'll get a chance to talk. Yeah, just message me. And then obviously go to look for him. He's not on fucking social media. And then obviously this time, so complete ghost. So
he's the ghost. But now that's it, mate. You know what I mean? His accomplishments will do his talking for him. You know, I feel like that's he's a monster, and he's going to show it again. You know, I don't really see anybody. I mean, like when he competes against black belts like Tom Tovey, he's a monster and the most explosive, probably one of the most athletic specimen I've ever seen in my life. Tom Tovey, and a man's had 2 wars with him. You know what I mean? He's a fucking high-level black belt, and that just says how good a man is. What's he had, a purple belt a year or something? You know what I mean? There's only one way that's going. You know what I mean? Sick.
Hugely talented kid, man. Do you know what I mean? So we're definitely looking forward to seeing what a man's going to do again.
Still there,
this Saturday.
Still there?
Yeah. You hear me okay? And then what I want to do is I want to ask as well, because I was hearing a story tonight about Ellis and his haircut for the ADCC. So he cut his hair because was it to make weight?
Right.
So
no. He just said, Carl's Bali legend. I want to be one of the Bali legends, and whipped it off. No. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was getting a bit long. I think it was getting a bit long, and I couldn't remember if he was saying he was in a funny position and something happened, and he ended up pulling it a bit or something. I think he wanted to just have knee. No, like now, like that, you know, wrestling and stuff on the ADCC. So he just whipped it off. He looks nails as well. I think he looks much more intimidating with a skinhead as well.
He does. Do you know, I turned on, I was watching it, right? And then obviously Ellis's match came on, and I'm like, looking, thinking, but where the fuck is Ellis? Do you know what I mean? And then obviously, so sure enough, this bald guy, and I'm like, that's fucking Ellis there, man. Do you know what I mean? But couldn't believe it, man. I could not believe it at all.
It's easy. He looks nails with the skinhead.
Definitely. Then, Cal, what's next for you then? So obviously Grapplefest will be your main focus. So obviously in regards to Jiu Jitsu, I mean, I know you were on Chaos, you were at Empire, obviously did the AJP tour or the AJP in Gran Canaria, SGI. So you want to get yourself out there. But I mean, is there anything that you want to see yourself doing going forward for the rest of 2022?
I just competing against good guys and staying busy. I mean, hopefully get a good performance in this weekend, win or lose, and show what I'm about, and hopefully get some more eyes on me and what I'm doing, and hopefully get some more international matches. I'd love to get across the pond a bit and get some matches elsewhere, and just try and build my brand a bit, and just have fun. Like, as I say, I'm not really asked about wins or losers. I'm just going to try and win and just try and show people what I'm about. So if I can get some matches, like as I say, I'm back to Belfast with Ellis. We're going out there. I've got a title match on Chaos against a good guy, Jack Armstrong. That should be a tough one. He's and as I say, just like that, just trying to stay busy and try and just trying to grow as a competitor and try and get better and better, and just do a lot, like do the gym a solid, you know, and show people, like, I don't know what we're about, you know. I feel like if I keep doing well, like, maybe it might bring more attention to the gym, because that's what I want to do. I want to represent Ellis and North East Jiu Jitsu and show how good our gym is. I feel like more and more people are realizing now, like, how good the standard is there, and people are traveling up to train with us now. And anytime anyone's ever been, they've all left and said the same thing. So hopefully we can keep winning on big stages and just grow the gym even more and more. That's what I care about. You know what I mean?
Nah, definitely. As I said, I always love watching you, even obviously throughout your MMA career, right into jiu-jitsu, and especially jiu-jitsu. Obviously, me being a jiu-jitsu guy, I love the fact that you're coming in and you're absolutely loving what you're doing, and do you know what I mean? You're just enjoying it. You're really, really enjoying everything that you're doing in jiu-jitsu. So, and yeah, I mean, you're definitely a brilliant ambassador for Northeast Jiu-Jitsu. Do you know what I mean? Getting them out there and letting everybody know exactly who they are. So yeah, we're buzzing to see you on Saturday and see what you're going to bring against Bart the Grappler. So and then Cal, final thing for you then. So obviously you've been in the game for a while. Yeah, you hear me?
I must. It went off
Yeah.
for some reason. I was like, shit.
So I was going to. Yeah, no, I was just saying. Obviously, you're a great ambassador for obviously Northeast Jiu-Jitsu. So
I appreciate that, man.
I mean, getting yourself out there and doing. I mean, again, you don't care who it is. You mean we talked about AJP Tour, 100+ kilo guys, and do you know what I mean? And up against like Josh Cherrington, obviously Josh, unbelievable grappler as well. And then obviously you're going to be going up against.
Did you watch that match? Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Did you?
Like,
See, it was a fun one. That was a fun one.
Yeah, that was an awesome 15 minutes. I mean, it was back and forward, and it was just a crazy pace, man. I mean, I got tired just watching it, mate. Do you know what I mean? So, but it was unbelievable, man. Unbelievable matchup. So,
it was sick.
But I mean, it's going to be great.
Man. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
It's going to be great to see. As I said, I'm looking forward to Saturday, and then I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to do again the rest of the year. So, hopefully, a few other AJP. Obviously, tour comps as well. So, because I know Ellis is killing the AGP, so hopefully we get you some of them as well.
Oh, 100%, mate. I'd love to. I feel like I'm going to really try my best, and I think I'm going to try and do trials next year. I'm not even asked about what weight either. I mean, I'm going to maybe even try and go up and try and do 88. So, just see what's about. I'll try anyway.
Stay away from that over 100 kilo. Over.
I think if I can get there around 85, I think that's big enough to knock the big guys, but it's big. It's still athletic enough to knock the small guys. So that's my aim around. If I can get there about 85 kilo again and try and live around there, I'll be happy.
Definitely. Listen, I'm sure I'd say 100%. I'll be watching you. Do you know what I mean? I'd say I love watching you. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing if you do go out to the trials. I'm sure you'll be 100% successful. So
I hope so, man. Thank you.
And then
hopefully get some wrestling. Hopefully get them to wrestle a bit and try and get someone's next there. No one's been wrestling with us that much lately, so it's been a bit harder.
Listen, it'll be awesome when we see you going out there. So, and then final thing for you then, Carl. So obviously you've been in the game for a long time. Obviously MMA right through jiu-jitsu and so on, different martial arts. But anybody you want to shout out to? So the usual friends, family members, teammates, sponsors, anything like that.
Yeah, Ellis Younger, 1,000,000% for changed my life. Does so much for us day in, day out, and can't thank him enough for that, honestly, mate. All the lads at Northeast, all the lads at Rough House, just everyone who's helped us, man, you know what I mean? Especially Hannah, she's helped us loads. On top of that, Josh Abraham at the gym. All my sponsors, mate, Time Trader, XS Guard, GRC, Bullies, fucking hell, you know what I mean? Like the squad into Asia, fucking Pegasus. They're all people who's helped us along the way, you know what I mean? I'm still loyal to them, you know. Hard Life's just started doing me custom kit. Hopefully my new one comes before Saturday. I've got a new spicy kit coming there. That should hopefully turn some heads. It's awesome. So anyone else I think, I'm panicking now in case I forgot any of the sponsors, but I think that's pretty much it, hopefully.
No, listen, listen, if he's forgot anybody, I'm sure you guys definitely know who you are. So
it's all love. Everyone who knows me knows I love them anyway. Someone's my friend and they've got the love from me. So hopefully I smoked after training there and I'm a bit spacey, so I'm thinking in my head now, I'm paranoid now, I'll be overthinking this all night.
Nah, listen, I'm sure I'd say everybody knows who you love, mate. Everybody knows, do you know what I mean? So but listen, absolute pleasure talking to you, Carl.
You too.
I only messaged Carl a couple of hours ago and he said obviously look anytime after 8 o'clock, and he's like, yeah, do it tonight. Do you know what I mean? Which as you know, normally I like to plan it a couple of days in advance. But then
In and
obviously,
out.
Cal, yeah, listen, absolute
All aspects of life,
gentleman.
in and out.
Yes.
Best way.
Well, listen, enjoy the rest of your training for the rest of the week, buddy. All right.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you, mate. Thanks for
And
your time
enjoy
as well.
Saturday, mate, and all the best to you, buddy. All right. Thank you, buddy. Take it easy. All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thanks. Bye. Bye. Bye.